Hey, what's up guys? Dennis here, and in this video I'm going to be giving advice to new traders, aspiring new traders, and even those people who have been losing in the markets. Now, I'm going to be going over quite a few tips in this video, so make sure you're paying attention because they can really have a profound effect on your trading. Now, the simpler you make it, the better it will be. That's what I'm going to try with this video. Well, not try, like Yoda says, do or do not. There is no try. In this video, I'm going to do my best to show you exactly what I'm talking about when I say advice for new traders. Now, the advice is going to be coming from direct experience, not from some book I read or whatever else. Direct experience by Forex trade, well, trading Forex and pretty much everything else, such as commodities, indices, and so forth. Anyway, in the video, I'm going to be going over 8 direct tips for anyone looking to become a better trader, especially someone who is new to the markets, to the Forex markets. One of the most important things in this video, well, for me, is structure. So one of the most important things in trading, not the video, for me is structure. Now, I really hope that this video will help you create your own little structure so you can actually chase success daily in the financial markets. What I'm going to be going over is 8 tips, and they're going to start with the first one, which is that trading is an actual business slash profession. So Forex trading is an actual profession. It's a business, and you need to treat it like one. Number 2, we're going to be going over what you actually need as a trader, and that is that you need to have a real trading plan for every single setup you take. Number 3 is that there is no holy grail in Forex trading or any other kind of trading. 4 is you're going to need to have an edge, and I'm going to try and help you create one. 5 is that you need to have the right analysis and trade process. Now, this is pretty important, and I'm going to give you a little indication of, well, not a little indication, but a how-to of what I do when it comes to analysis and trade process. Number 6, it's all about risk management, and I'm going to show you how you can play great defense. 7, I'm going to explain that price action is actually king, especially in day trading, day Forex trading. And finally, at 8, we're going to go over taking it one market at a time. Let's dissect each little section, starting with trading as a business. Now, trading is a profession like absolutely any other. You need to understand that trading is like any other profession, and you will be rewarded based on the effort and work you put into it. Most people, they just rush into trade entries, and especially and essentially that is a sort of gambling grown on FOMO, which is fear of missing out, and that brings no success. So let me go over that again because this is important. You need to understand that trading is like any other profession. You have to put in the work, and you will be rewarded based on the effort you put into your work. You go to work for a reason, right? And you have a clear battle plan or of what your duty, responsibility, and obligation is every day. Trading is exactly the same. If you come into the markets rushing and just entering trades because the market is moving or because you read something on any other on any forum such as Forex Factory, Baby Pips, or anything else, you will fail because trading is a profession and you need to have organization, structure. Listen, in trading, your trading tuition will actually be paid through losses and the time you invest in doing your homework. To explain to you the losses is you will make mistakes as number one. You will enter silly trades, patterns that are not there, or you will enter valid patterns which just fail because not every head and shoulder works out, not every double top works out, and so forth. And you're going to have to paying that tuition through those losses. And when you have risk management, then it's all good. But also, you need to put in your homework. You need to put in time into your homework. You will get out of trading the effort you put into it. This all comes down to the basic idea of cause and effect. And I need you to remember this. The markets don't give you what you want. They give you what you deserve, what you work for day in, day out. And that's pretty much it. So, point number 1 is to treat trading like a business, like a job, like a profession. Okay? When you make mistakes, all you need to do is review those mistakes mentally and analyze them. Just 2 days ago on Friday, this video is made on a Sunday, I took a silly trade, US 30, Dow Jones. I went long because I thought I saw something that wasn't there. from actually reviewing the trade after losing it, instead of getting angry and kicking myself in the butt, um, I actually dissected the trade and I realized that, hey, there was no pattern there. Why did I trade it? Then I realized that I traded it based on a long-term idea that the Dow Jones should be going up, but on the short-term side it went down, and that's totally normal. So I didn't trade a valid pattern and I had to pay for it. Moving on. The next one is having a trade plan, and that is essential. Having a trade plan is actually essential to trading. Let me put it to you as simple and as direct as possible. If you do not have a trading plan, everything you do is random, and there is no edge in randomness. Every single trade you enter has to meet a criteria. And for me and my coaching students, that criteria is pretty simple. One, we find a trade, one of the two patterns we trade, which is a contraction or continuation pattern. Once that is found, a valid trade setup, the first thing I do is find the exit. Once the exit is found, I decide the exposure I'm willing to take on this trade based on my pips, right? How many pips would it take for me to get my stop loss? And then what I do is I wait for a valid confirmation on a short-term chart like the 5-minute or the 10 minutes, and then I enter. Once I enter, I find the profit target. So you see what the difference is with most of the other trading plans you might find? The first thing is I find the trade, and as soon as I find the trade, I look for the exit. I don't look for the profit because I know I can be wrong. Okay? And when I find the exit, I get to decide what kind of exposure I'm going to have on this specific trade. If this exit is pretty close to price action, I can go a bit more aggressive, giving me a stronger profit ratio. You understand? Essentially, doing things this way has increased the success of my trades and has actually provided me with structure. And essentially, that is what I want: structure, organization. Moving on to number 3 now. There is no holy grail. Okay? Now, keep in mind, this is advice for new traders. And many of you are still new traders, even though you might be trading for 5 years because you have no profit. Look, I do not recommend you to waste your time on searching for that holy grail of trading. Easy money, can't lose, trading methods that don't exist. Instead, invest your time and into some quality education, and you will not find some BS free indicator or robot that will make you rich. If you want to be a rich trader, here's the best advice I can give you. Get knowledge. Work really hard to turn that knowledge into know-how. Be proactive to the charts. Be consistent in the application of your system, processes, and risk management. Look, if you do the above, you'll be just fine. You can't become a doctor just because you buy a white suit and a mask, right? The same goes for trading. You can't just fund your account and expect to make money. You need to invest time into education. So, there is no holy grail. No matter who tells you that, it's bullshit. If there is one, they're not selling it for $500 or $1,000. Believe me, nobody's selling it. Now, really important, you need to create an edge real fast. If you want to be a real trader with real skills, either a part-time trader or a full-time trader, you need to have an edge. Otherwise, you're pretty much just wasting your time. Your goal must be to either trade a system with a few huge wins and a lot of small losses, such as a 5-to-1 system, which is 5x reward, 1x loss, or let's say 10% risk, 50% reward kind of thing, or 1% risk, 5% reward, or a high win percentage system that keeps the losing trades controlled. You get it? Now, even though this sounds simple, and yeah, it is, but most people make it very complex because they let their emotions drive their trading. And that is a big problem. Now, let's move on. Your analysis and trade entry process must be simple. What this means is that you must have the right trading process, and the money will eventually follow. Looking for easy money in the markets is the process for losing money. Pretty simple. Now, I went over my trade entry process recently with you, but the lesson I want you to take out of this point is that you really just need to keep things simple. Don't just look for a good trade setup. Instead, create a winning methodology to trade with. That's the whole idea. Your analysis process and trade entry process, it just has to be simple. A basic 5-6 point process that guides you on every trade, and it's repeated over and over and over again. Now, we are at one of the last lessons, and this one is about playing great defense, and that is essentially risk management. Now, I can't explain risk management any better than telling you that your risk management will determine your trading success more than any other thing, even more than your method. You have to make it safe to be wrong a few times in a row. And I say a few, I'm talking about 5, 6, 7 times in a row, and not lose your capital during that losing period. That's pretty much it. That's exactly what I'm talking about with playing great defense. Anyway, let's move on. Now, in day trading, price action is king. If you want to be a successful day trader, then focus on what is actually happening with price action and stay away from your own opinions and bases of what should happen. Waiting for one thing to be right is a very expensive game to play. My advice is to trade what you see. P.S. You can't predict a non-existent future. No one can. So focus on what you see. Trade what you see, not what you think. Anyway, let's move on. Taking it one market at a time. Master one market at a time. Find something to be an expert on. Start with understanding the movement, the spreads, and other important details of the major Forex pairs. Then move on to the minors, then to the exotics and cross pairs. When you are done with that, move on to the commodity markets and so on. You can't, and I highly recommend you not to be a jack of all trades. Master one market at a time, and you're going to do just fine. So, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you do, make sure you subscribe. And if you're interested in becoming a real trader, then I'd highly recommend you join my community. You get a 14-day money-back guarantee, so it's pretty much risk-free for 2 weeks for you. And that's pretty much it. Thank you, and I hope this video helps you. Bye-bye.